Giancarlo Esposito, also known as the most feared man in Hollywood, has made a name for himself by playing some of the most vilest villains you could think of. And with a career that has spanned almost 6 decades, he has made quite a fortune as well. But do his antagonist roles bleed into his real life, or is he more of a sweet family guy just living the simple life? Let's find out. So, how did Giancarlo Esposito become successful? Being one of the household names in Hollywood comes with its own set of perks. And when you've been in the business for pretty much your entire life, that's a whole nother territory of success. So the fact that Giancarlo Esposito is rolling in money isn't very surprising. Starting off his career at the super early age of just 8 with theater, he always dreamed of making it big on the silver screen as well. He was moderately successful in the 80s and 90s, especially for his roles in Spike Lee films. He wasn't really a household name, and while he continued to star in a ton of movies, it wasn't until his role as Gus Fring in Breaking Bad that he really stepped out into the limelight. He is the bona fide proof of the fact that success can come at any age, and now he's pretty much everywhere. And his roles as villain in Breaking Bad, Star Wars, and Far Cry 6 have earned him the title of the most feared man in Hollywood. Of course, all of this success comes with a ton of money as well, and boy does he have a lot of it. And how much is he worth? It is estimated that Giancarlo Esposito is worth over $10 million, and from the looks of things, it seems like that number is only going to go up. Things weren't always easy for him though. Born in Copenhagen, he is of mixed Italian and African American descent, and while he was born in Denmark, he is actually an Italian and US citizen. His mother was an opera singer and his father was a stagehand, so he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. But he has worked hard for over 50 years to build up his fortune, and it is rightfully deserved. After all, he is a spectacular actor and fits right into his roles even when they don't necessarily match his vibe. With big roles come big money, and that's the case for Giancarlo as well, as it is reported that he makes over $65,000 per episode for his appearance as Gus Fring in Better Call Saul. We can guess that the number is even higher for The Mandalorian, in which he plays Moff Gideon. And just in case you were curious, Giancarlo Esposito has already made $5 since the start of this video. Not too shabby, huh? How does he spend his money? When you have a lot of money, you're obviously not going to lock it away in a vault and forget about it. You have to spend some of it and live a good life. And Giancarlo Esposito is no exception to this rule. He's not someone who's super flashy with their heavy jewelry or a sports car. Instead, he's more of a family man and spends his money on more luxurious things. For instance, he doesn't own any Ferraris or Lambos, but he still keeps it classy with cars like the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. And obviously, when you are a father of 4 kids, you're not going to live the rockstar lifestyle. And as for property, we know that he has a pretty sweet apartment in Elmsford, New York, which is worth a lot. Other than that, he also owns a house with a garden in Albuquerque, which he used as a peaceful retreat. And while more details are not public about his other properties, he probably also owns houses in Italy as well. Fashion is one area, though, where he truly shines. Being half Italian, there's no way that he'd let go of any opportunity to show off his incredible outfits. His tailor-made Italian suits are now a permanent part of his style, and you'll always catch him rocking one of those old-school mafia outfits on the red carpets. What is Giancarlo Esposito's lifestyle like? There's no doubting the fact that Giancarlo Esposito has made it into the big leagues of Hollywood. I mean, he has his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which is one of the biggest honors you can get in showbiz. So when you become an A-list star, you have to live like an A-list star as well, right? Well, things are kind of different for Esposito, as he is 63 and has 4 children, all of whom are adults now, so he's probably past the age of being a wild party animal. Instead, he likes to surround himself with peace and focuses a lot on his own wellness. Giancarlo Esposito is deep into the fitness craze. He's not lifting any heavy weights or doing 300-pound bench presses, but he is super into exercise and keeping a healthy routine. In an interview with GQ, he revealed that doing yoga allowed him to master his on-screen characters by being more methodical. In fact, he started the pursuit of meditation over 30 years ago and has been practicing it ever since. But yoga is not the only exercise that he is dedicated to, as he is also into swimming and running. Saying that he's into running would be an understatement though, as he used to run 5 to 10 miles a day earlier in his career. However, due to a skiing accident, he had to let go of running and finds joy in swimming now instead. And when we say joy, we mean joy. Not only does he do laps while swimming, but he also splashes around and plays in the pool like a child. According to him, it allows you to embrace your inner self and let go of the stress of adulthood for a while. But it's all about keeping a balance, which is why he's super disciplined as well and goes to bed by 9 o'clock every day. He then spends an hour or two going through his scripts and starts the next day early at 6 in the morning. Next, Giancarlo Esposito loves trying out different diets. Being someone who's honed in on maintaining a healthy lifestyle, it's not surprising that Giancarlo Esposito also likes to switch things up when it comes to his diet. And these eating habits also bleed into his roles as well. For instance, when he cooked a Chilean seafood dish as Gus Fring in Breaking Bad, he was already fully immersed in that cuisine in his personal life. Off work though, he likes to keep things simple with unprocessed food. These days, he's following the rules of an Ayurvedic diet, which means eating naturally grown, seasonal foods like rice and vegetables cooked in clarified butter. So there's no space for processed, sugary foods like ice cream or sodas in his life. Not only that, but he also likes to grow his own fruits and vegetables, which he often does at his Albuquerque retreat. And of course, being from Italy, he also delves into the Mediterranean diet with lots of oils, olives, and pickled things. No matter what diet he's trying out though, it has to have a lot of health benefits. But obviously being an actor, who has to work long hours, you can't really get away from the clutches of caffeine. Having said that, Giancarlo Esposito did say that he's trying to stay away from it as much as he can, and only drinks an espresso if he really needs the energy boost for the last scene at the end of the day. Now let's talk about Giancarlo Esposito and his dogs. By this point, we know that Giancarlo Esposito is a family man who's just trying to live a healthy and simple life. After getting divorced from his wife of 20 years, in 2015, he continues to care for his family. He has 4 children with his ex-wife and regularly attends red carpets and award shows with them. But since his children are all adults and don't live with him anymore, he keeps dogs around to keep him company. Called Sailor and Benner, they are actually the family dogs that he just supervises sometimes. But he does love them a lot, and he even draws inspiration for his roles from them. How? Well, according to him, he studies the way they move and learns how to show emotion without actually speaking. Truly a remarkable man. And honestly, we could go on and on about what a lovely guy he is in real life, which is a total contrast to his on-screen characters. And most of his co-stars testify to this as well, recalling really fond memories of Giancarlo Esposito just being an all-around great dude to work with. Sadly though, this is all the time we have for today, and you'll have to wait for another day to hear about Esposito's great cast interaction stories. That's a wrap for this video. Did you think Giancarlo Esposito was actually a sweetheart in real life despite his scary roles on our screens? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!